Hi, my name is Marc Russell. I'm a financial wellness board member with National Debt Relief. I have over a decade of experience working at some of the largest financial firms in the world, and it's my goal to make very complex financial concepts that you hear every single day. I want to make them easy so you can transform your financial life. And you might be wondering, why am I so passionate about this? Why am I yelling? Well, even though I was doing well as a financial advisor and licensed stockbroker, I found myself in a deep amount of debt. At my lowest point, or maybe even my highest point, I was around $80,000 in debt, so I know firsthand how stressful debt can be. But one day I said enough is enough, and I turned my financial life around. Today, I'm proud to say I'm completely debt-free, and I've made it my mission to help others take control of their finances too. You may have seen my work featured in Time Magazine, CNBC, or even Forbes, and I've even been nominated for multiple financial educational awards. Now I'm here to help you master your money. A solid financial foundation can mean different things to different people, but most would agree that it starts off with being free of uncontrolled debt, right? That's why in today's video, I'm going to walk you through all the different debt-free options that you have to get your finances back on track. This video is specifically for New York residents because debt relief rules vary state by state. And New York has some pretty important differences that you should know about, especially if you're from the Empire State. Let's first start off with some facts about debt in New York. How do you compare to the average New Yorker? One of the most common debts in the United States as of 2024 is credit card debt. The average New Yorker carried about $6,809 in credit card debt. The Northeast tends to have higher credit card debt than the rest of the country, and New York is no exception because things in New York are expensive. This is largely due to the high cost of living in the bigger cities, which drive up expenses. Because living costs in New York are higher than in most other states, mortgage balances tend to be high too. In fact, New York ranks 8th in the nation for mortgage debt. At the end of last year, the average mortgage balance in the state was $279,343, compared to the national average of $244,498. Living in New York definitely comes with a cost. When you add it all up, the average New Yorker carries a total debt balance of $93,361, excluding medical costs, which is actually lower than the national average of $104,215. So New Yorkers are actually doing slightly better overall. Some New Yorkers do need to turn to bankruptcy as a last resort. In 2023, 90 out of 100,000 people in New York filed for personal bankruptcy. This means 1 in every 1,111 people. This puts New York right in the middle compared to other states. 21 states have lower bankruptcy rates, while 28 have higher bankruptcy rates. At National Debt Relief, their goal is to help you build a strong financial foundation, and that often starts off with getting out of debt. If you're struggling, there are several debt relief options out there available to you to help you take control of your finances. Let's go over the 3 most common types of debt relief, which is debt settlement, debt consolidation, and bankruptcy. Debt settlement is when you or a professional working on your behalf negotiates with your creditors to lower the total amount that you owe. The goal is to reduce your overall debt balance, hence why they call it settling your debt. Now, this method is typically used for unsecured debt like credit cards or personal loans, and not mortgages or car loans. If you enter a debt settlement program, you'll stop making payments to your creditors temporarily and instead set money aside in an FDIC insured savings account that you own. Meanwhile, a debt expert will negotiate with creditors on your behalf. Once the settlement is reached, you'll approve the payment, and the funds in that FDIC insured account will be used to pay off that settled debt. With debt settlement, you can resolve your debts in 12 to 48 months, often for less than what you might have originally owned. One advantage for New Yorkers is that state laws prohibit debt relief companies from charging upfront fees before successfully settling your debt. And I must say, most reputable companies won't charge you upfront fees anyway. In New York, this law offers an extra layer of protection. Want to learn more about the pros and cons of debt settlement? Check out this video where I break it all down. All right, let's move on to debt consolidation. Debt consolidation is when you combine multiple debts into one single loan, making payments easier to manage. So instead of managing 15 different payments, you can just manage one, in theory. By securing a consolidation loan, you can pay off smaller debts and only have one monthly payment instead. If you can qualify for a lower interest rate, that can save you money and reduce your overall debt burden. In New York, most civil loans have an interest rate cap of 16%, making debt consolidation a potentially good option for a lot of borrowers. If debt consolidation sounds like something that could work for you, check out this video where I go over everything you need to know before choosing this route. Now let's talk about bankruptcy. If your debt is overwhelming, bankruptcy can be an option for you. The 2 most common types of bankruptcy is Chapter 7 bankruptcy bankruptcy and Chapter 13 bankruptcy. They might sound confusing up front, but I'm going to break them down for you because I love you. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is typically faster and cheaper, but you may have to give up an asset like your home or your car. Chapter 13 bankruptcy allows you to keep your assets but requires a structured repayment plan over a few years. But the good thing about New York is that they have some very generous bankruptcy exemptions compared to the rest of the country. In most counties, up to $179,950 of your home's value is protected during bankruptcy. In New York City, that number is even higher. By comparison, the federal homestead exemption is only $27,900, a big difference. Because of these exemptions, it's always smart to consult with an expert before filing for bankruptcy. And I've even added some of the other exemptions in the show notes. If you want to learn more about Chapter 7 versus Chapter 13 bankruptcy, check out this video where I explain all the key differences. So ask yourself, how do you compare to the average debt of a New Yorker? No matter where you stand, remember this: your debt does not define you. It's not the end of the world, and there's almost always a way out, whether you go through it alone or you get professional help. Because every financial situation is different, it's always a good idea to speak with a debt expert to find the best option for you. National Debt Relief has in-house debt specialists that can help guide you through the process. If you have any questions or would like a free, no obligation consultation, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. If you're interested in more financial related topics, check out the other videos in the National Debt Relief's YouTube channel. As I mentioned in the beginning, our goal is to make everyday financial concepts that you hear every single day. We want to make them easy so you can transform your financial life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.